So Rats, this is a documentary by Morgan Spurlock about rats around the world, New York, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Reading. And we begin in New York, where we are introduced to an exterminator who basically says that he spent his life as a rat catcher, rat exterminator. But frankly, it's a losing battle because they're very intelligent and very smart, and they outwit people trying to trap them, and it's impossible. He's basically sort of this apocalyptic thing. It's impossible. There's nothing we can do. And then what happens is the whole documentary is basically shot like a horror movie. If you ever know the James Herbert Rats, you must have read.
Yes, huge book.
Fine, yeah, exactly. And everybody, when they were at school, if you were our age, everybody read Rats, and everybody
I read Chopper.
Really?
Yeah, that was the alternative to Rats.
Oh, okay, fine. But Rats was one of those books. It would always fall open at certain sections, which was the gory sections. Yeah. Okay, and basically, this makes Rats look like a very, very understated, chin-stroking documentary, because it's dun 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 dum ba boom all the way. There's rats, and there's rats everywhere, and you go out to the street, there's rats, and then they go to New York and they go to drains, rats coming out of the drains, or rats in the thing, and go to a building in this one. Oh, there's more rats, and then they go to a science lab where they're taking the rats apart, and there's all these parasites and worms coming out of their lungs and stuff and things, and then it goes to other parts of the world. But
worms coming out of their lungs?
Yes, and parasite worms. Yeah, exactly. So basically, it's like a kind of gore fest, and then it goes to other places around the world where we see rats being caught in altogether more ways, but everything is shot like, with this dun 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 dun. At no point is Morgan Spurlock's foot ever taken off the accelerator pedal. I mean, the whole tone of the film is it's the end of the world and cheeky rats. And then finally we get to the last section in which
they talk.
No, in which there's a... Well, actually, I won't give it away because it's a plot spoiler, but it's not a plot, it's a documentary. There's a thing at the end about... We meet a group of people who appear to be the only group of people who are actually being nice to rats and think that rats have a right to live like everybody else. It's an odd thing. It's absolutely sort of cranked up to the max and designed to just press all your buttons. And
do you still have those buttons, having seen so much gore in your life?
Yeah, I do to some extent. I mean, the funny thing is, I like rats. I mean, I don't like rat infestations, and there's a whole thing about disease and all that kind of stuff. But the fact is that rats are very, very intelligent creatures. I know somebody who used to have a pet rat. It was just really, really smart. And actually, as the rat exterminator says at the beginning of this, they're really smart. They're really smart, and they mutate really fast. And like cockroaches, they're going to out-survive all the rest of us, and it's going to be, in the end, the world is going to be run by them. He didn't say that exactly in so many words.
So we should be nice to rats?
No, we shouldn't. According to the documentary, we should be very scared. We should be very alarmed because the whole world is big. It is, as I said, it's literally
like... You could have come to my house, because the rats come to my house to die, and they go under the floorboards and they stay there, can't get out. And then they die, and then they stink the house out, and then the flies come, and it's like a nightmare.
Right. Well, if Morgan had made a documentary in your house, he would have got a camera down and dun 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 with the flies coming out of the thing, and then leap, and then.
I wish he had.